Hey, my name is James Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now in this video, I'm going to give you 11 reasons why you should buy property in 2023 and not wait for 2024. So make sure you watch to the end. Some of these might seem obvious, but there's some real wins in this that you won't have heard of. And so it's going to be really useful for you to get this information on board. Now, this channel is all about my investment journey and helping you guys on your investment journey too. We're on that journey together and I want to invite you along on that journey with us. We're on a journey to 5,000 subscribers at the moment. You can see the number somewhere on this page. We're nearly there and I want to get you to help me hit that 5,000 by subscribing to the channel and smashing the bell notification. And while you're here, smash the like button as well. That really helps me with the YouTube gods. So let's talk about 11 reasons why you should be investing in 2023. Now, first off is house prices are down. So everyone likes to buy when things are cheaper. And we've had a roughly 3% drop annually now. So house prices are down. That's good news. And so that's number one. Now, they could go down further, and some of the other reasons will counter that as we go through this. But right now, house prices are down, so that's a positive thing if you're looking to buy. Next is cheeky offers, right? So what happened over the last 2 years was that prices were just going through the roof. There were some properties that were getting dozens of people viewing them, and they were going very, very fast. So in that scenario, if you put a cheeky offer in, you're going to get laughed at. It's just not going to get taken. They're not going to entertain it whatsoever. Now, there are way less buyers in the market. And so there's nothing stopping you putting in that cheeky offer, 10% discount, 15% discount. They can only say no, but some people will say yes. So cheeky offers are going to help you with purchasing in 2023. Next, less buyers, as I said there. So there's less buyers. Terrible there. That does say buyers. So there's less buyers in the market at the moment, meaning you can put in cheeky offers. You don't have to be so quick about things. You can be measured. You can look around for the right deal for you. That's important to understand. And that hasn't been the luxury that we've had. As I said, there's been such a red hot market for 2 years that you just had to act really, really fast. And that was the same with rentals as well. And so it was very interesting to see how that went. So less buyers is definitely going to make a difference to you guys. Now, next one is mortgage rates. Are likely to have peaked now, or thereabouts. It might go up another 0.25%, but they're not going to go crazy through the roof now. And that makes a big difference when you're buying it. Going to give you this certainty. Now, if you were looking to buy September, October, November last year, you didn't have any certainty. It was complete clown show out there. Interest rates were predicted as the base rate to go to 6.5%. The banks put their interest rates up above 6%. Now you can get deals at around 4%, which is much better. And so we are seeing some great rates out there. Gives you more predictability. And regardless of whether the rates go up or not, the fact is, you can get a deal today. You can fix the deal at the rate that is on the market today. And if the market and the rates go up in the summer, you're covered. So you can fix yourself for 5 years if you want to just give yourself that certainty, or maybe even look at a 10-year deal as well. So that's another thing, is the rates are looking great. Another thing is that, look, if you're in rented accommodation, stop paying rent, right? So every month that you're paying rent, that goes to a landlord and you're not making money, right? And so that's the difference. When you own a property, you make that monthly payment. It's knocking off the balance. It's, especially if it's your residential home that you live in, it's creating you some equity each and every time, every month that you pay that off. So that's a good positive step here. So stopping paying rent is a good one. Next is that it's a hedge against inflation. So look, maybe you've got a deposit right now. You're nearly ready to go to buy that property. That money is getting eroded with inflation. And so the buying power of that is going down each and every month. And so when you put it into property, inflation is actually a good thing, because you're going to have debt. You're going to have a mortgage then, and the value of that mortgage debt is going down as well. I've got more than £1 million in debt on mortgages, and while I'd rather inflation was a bit more predictable, I also do see the benefit that that debt is getting eroded by 10% a year. So more than 100 grand, the real buying power of that £1 million, if I had it sitting in my bank, is very, very different. So inflation for people that have debt isn't necessarily a bad thing. And so that is a positive thing there. Now, one thing here that's next is good is that house prices double, right? So every 10 years, house prices on average double. Now, we might have a drop coming up in the next year or so, but you can be fairly certain by 2033 that prices will be double what they are today. And that's a great thing. And that's happened since 1066. I bought my first property for £45,000. It's worth more than £250 now. And I bought it in 1999. So that works there. All the properties that I've bought have gone up in value, and they always have done. Even in the cycle of 2008, 2009, 2010, it didn't take long for them to bounce back. And so on average, every 10 years, property prices will double. That's going to keep happening because we are a small island. We're not building enough properties, and we've got more people coming into our country constantly. And that means that prices are going to keep going up. So house prices are going to double. You might have a little blip along the way, but on a 10-year period, you're likely to look at significant capital gains. So the earlier you get into that, the better. Next is 8 less hasty decisions, right? So you don't have to be as quick at making a decision now. You can really do your due diligence. In the pandemic, it was a rush to buy properties. You had to be fast. People wanted to move fast. They had lots of options on the table. And if you didn't really go for that very quickly, then you missed out. And that's just what it was for pretty much 2 years. And now it's not. There's less buyers in the market. There's less sellers in the market. But you can take your time. You can look around. You can find deals that work for you. And that's the important thing here, that you do your due diligence, you check the property, you check everything else. Some of this stuff gets missed in a manic market. And so less hasty decisions are going to be better, because just because you've fallen in love with the first property you see, go and look at some more. There might be some great deals that come up in the next few weeks that are even better than the one that you initially looked at. And so there are less properties on the market. However, there are less buyers. So it's giving you more options. So actually, as a buyer, you've got more options because, yes, normally there's more stock for sale, but that stock is gone pretty quickly. It goes under offer very quickly. Offers are coming in slower. Transactions are slower. So more options are out there for you. As a buyer, that's a good thing to find the perfect house. And I would always recommend that you look at something you can add value to. When you can add value to that property, that's going to really make a difference for you guys and really, really take you to the next level and get that capital, get that equity in there that little bit faster. 10 is rates are likely to drop. Okay, so interest rates have peaked. They might stick around for a while, but eventually they're going to start dropping as well. So what will happen is the deal that you get in on today, you can fix that for a period of time. And then when you look to renew your deal, it's likely, highly likely, there's a high probability that at that time, you'll get a better rate. And so that will be a good thing. And so your cost will be significantly lower, potentially, but you've got to make sure that when you go into a deal that you can afford it, whether they go up or down. The banks will stress test you anyway. And lastly, but not least, this is the most important thing, and number 11, time in the market. So the time you're in the market is better than trying to time the market. There's lots of people watching this channel that are sitting with some money and their perception is that they're going to wait for the mega crash in the market. And you know what? Some people get lucky. Some people get lucky. Some people bought Bitcoin when it dropped, and some people bought it when it dropped and then it dropped again, right? You can never be certain, but what you can be certain with property is that the time you spend in the market long term, if you buy and hold property, that property will appreciate in value significantly in a period of time. Normally every 10 years, they double in price. That's been historic since 1066. You can also make sure that you get properties where you add value. But if you don't do any of that and you just hold that property, even if it's in a slower area up north, house prices in the north in the 70s and 80s were 4 or 5 grand, and now they're 60, 70, 100 grand. And so you can see that property prices will always go up. So imagine if you bought a house in the north for 100 grand. Yes, it might not go up as fast as in the south, but trust me, in 20 years, it will be worth more than what you pay for it today. And that isn't something you get with lots of assets, the predictability that it will rise in the future. So look, am I saying that you should be reckless? No, I think you should go out there looking for good deals. I'm saying be less hasty. I'm saying go and offer cheeky offers. I'm saying do understand that over the long term, the prices will rise. That will make you money, and property investing, property ownership is a great thing. So do give me a quick like on the video. Check out all the other content on my channel, including this video right here.